Hi there, welcome to Mystic Frequency. I'm Lisa and I'll be your collective tarot reader here today on February 8th, 2026. But no matter when you click into this reading, especially if it is further down the road, just know that your guides are trying to reveal a message here for you today. Now, you are more than welcome to dive into the description box below so you can go ahead and get started into the reading with the timestamp. But I'm going to go ahead and use the rest of the intro to get the rest of my normal things that I say out of the way. If today is your birthday, happy birthday. Thank you for making it another trip around the world with us today. Always here on this channel, I want my listeners to know that they deserve to celebrate. The something in your life deserves a celebration. So if you haven't celebrated yourself, please do so. And secondly, leading into my disclaimers, always remember that the wheel is in your hands and you're in charge at all times. Whatever advice is given today is not the only piece of information that you need to act upon. You know your situation better than I do, and you know the circumstances behind what is, in your control. And if there's something here that is not resonating for you, there's a couple of reasons behind that. One of the first reasons is that you may have someone that is very close to you and your guides are using you like a radio signal in order to channel this message to them. So I always encourage my listeners to share this reading if you know someone would benefit greatly from it, especially if it's a positive message and you just want to make them feel good. And secondly, if none of the two things are resonating for you or for anybody around you, you can always take this as a tool. The more tools you have in your belt, the more equipped you are going to be able to deal with any kind of situation or scenario that presents itself. It's like you have this hidden knowledge that is now going to be stored, and then you're going to be a step ahead of maybe somebody that is not in tune with their intuition. They're not tapped into that piece of themselves yet. But I am excited for this reading. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into our astrology influence that is affecting us today. Now, you do not have to have this sign, which is Virgo today, in order for this reading to resonate. This just means that Virgo's coming in to kind of help bring a little bit more detail into your life, a little bit more organization, or even provide a cleansing force so that way you can return back to your own natural grace, your own natural essence. And she cares a lot. I know I say she, but this energy cares a lot about integrity, doing what is right even when no one is looking, and having reverence. And so if you don't know what reverence is, when someone reveres another person, it's when someone has this profound, adoring, awed respect that they show. And there may be people around you that are starting to show this respect. They just look up to you and they want a little piece of your heaven that you just naturally have with you, that you bring to earth. And they want that for themselves. So you may feel called to be of service to others. And this can even talk about giving yourself a vessel service. So think about car service whenever you need to change your oil, or do fine-tuning on your tires. Oh my goodness, tire service work, whatever the case may be along your journey. But now is a great time to put some service in there. And this is a great time for you to start feeling very pure with yourself, where you feel whole and complete. You're not something that is oily and mucky and just, you just got dirt all over you. Your guides want you to see that you are pure, that if you start to feel as if there's something you are doing or the people that are around you doesn't make you feel, clean, then now you can start shedding those layers or find what is not in alignment with you. Think about the relationships you have. Are they toxic? Are they whole? Do they make you want to grow, or do they prevent you from growing? Are they causing these, like, any kind of damaging thought patterns to come inside your mind? Or are you seeing that you're picking up on some bad habits, or maybe you've just been carrying something with you that you no longer want to carry? But now is a time to start creating change through small, consistent actions. And I am a firm believer in that line itself. Small, consistent actions. This is not something where you feel as if you just need to run a marathon and not have the experience in order to do so. You have to build yourself up to it, especially if you haven't given your vessel your vessel an oil change, if that makes sense. And start developing a connection more with your body, your mind and your body, being thoughtful with how you are moving in life, being thoughtful of what you are consuming, whether it be actual food itself or the environment. What are you consuming from the environment? Is it benefiting you? And think about the things that you're trying to perfect right now, or if you're trying to be perfect all the time. Because Virgo energy, I am a Virgo myself, and I am so hard on myself. And I want to do anything that I do perfect the first time because I hate making mistakes. I am very openly honest about that. But there's a lot that we can learn from our mistakes. It just makes us a better learner along our life's process when we openly accept that we are not going to be able to make it the first time. So think about what you're trying to perfect and how you can be okay if things don't go your way. And you may even feel a little bit like whatever you are doing, you don't want other people to know about it because you're scared of somebody watching you or seeing what it is that you are creating in your life. And maybe there's this fear of, the bigger inner critic that you have right now will always be yourself. And even if someone were to caw at I'm sorry, I always have to bring my crow in here, but what is cawing at your door right now that is preventing you from walking at it or walking out it? And just, express yourself. If you're scared to show it out, then be that quiet observer where you are watching others. You're watching how they are successful. You're focusing on the things they are doing right. You're not worrying about what people are doing wrong. Focus on what others are doing right. And you will find that your relationships will have a lot more healing involved when you start to feel that way. Because when you've been in a long-standing relationship, because I do have my heart card coming through today. So Virgo, in your relationships, yes, it may feel as if someone is being very nitpicky, but how can you change that nitpick into being something that is feedback, where you are looking, hey, how can you help me make sure that this is more detailed and it just, I can pass it off to the boss, or I can say with confidence that I have washed my dishes the way my partner wants me to wash the dishes. It's that kind of energy that's coming through. Actually watch what other people are doing, because if they're doing it a specific way, they care about doing it that way. And they may be stubborn, but if you can see or try it for yourself, you'll find that maybe people will open up more to you if you're willing to give it a try. But I love that we have Virgo energy coming in here, wanting to bring details, especially to your heart center, your spirit, the relationships, and your mind. And putting focus on what are your standards versus another person's standards. It's like not walking away from a project before, knowing for sure that you've actually finished the project. But let's go ahead and dive into your tarot today. And I'm actually going to unveil them all because this is a very, very blessed message for those that are tuning in, for my listeners. So we have the Page of Wands upright for your focus. We have the Star centering around your heart center. And then we have the High Priestess coming in to really help you tap into your dream world and, things that have not been revealed to you. But here's the Page of Wands, and look how they are sitting on this swing. They're not really moving back and forth. All they know is they are now on a swing. The swing had brought some inspiration to them, and now they're trying to think, now what can I do with this swing? How high can I go with this swing? What kind of tricks can I do with this swing? And whether or not I'm going to be passing off something from creating this swing. So this Page of Wands shows that there is a lot of inspiration coming in. There's a lot of ideas. Something is being discovered here, and you're willing to give anything and everything a go. So if you felt like you were about to start a new journey or wanted to start a new journey, you have the inspiration to do so, or even to start a new project. And all the key word here is just see where it will take you, and ground your creative spark so that way it can manifest past your dream world. Your high priestess here is actually has been trying to reveal whatever it is that is going on. And this is the simplest dream that I can even think of, is someone dreaming about on a swing. Where are they taking themselves into? Where are they jumping themselves into? But really allow yourself, since you aren't moving in this moment, you're just kind of thinking of where it is you want to take it and how you can manifest more of this type of energy. But map out the strategy, map out it now. Create experiments, small experiments. So remember that creating change, do it through small, consistent actions. So small, consistent experiments. And when something is successful, then you will know that that is what is meant for you to do in this moment. But run your thoughts through a filter at this moment, which makes so much sense with Virgo coming in through here. If you've had a lot of clutter or dusty thoughts, or just needed an attic cleaning of some sorts within your mind. I actually had a dream the other day that I would kind of like to bring into here. So I've had this dream before, and the last time I had the dream before this previous time, I had a dream I was on a window cleaning elevator that was on the outside of this skyscraper, and we were going all the way to the very top of it. And in the last dream, the belt had broke itself, and the people I was on this elevator with had fell. But this time, because I had remembered that I've had this dream, before it had a chance to break off, I got everyone off the elevator and jumped on top of the building. And when I looked on top of the building, it looked as if there were these filters and these batteries that had gotten really rusty, and they needed to be cleaned, and they were about to break off completely. So it was like, if I had not remembered from, what my subconscious was trying to tell me in this moment, that I was hanging from this lift of some sorts, and I couldn't stay there forever, because I don't know how strong these strings or these ropes are. I have to be willing to jump when I know I need to jump. And from the people that were in my dream, I don't even know who these people were. All I know is they had skill sets that were meant to be shared, because one person had they knew what to do with batteries. The other person knew what to do with filters. So once again, I'm talking about car stuff. So if you haven't given your car some service, please do so, especially if it's been a minute and your mileage is starting to kind of tick in. Especially if you do feel like you are about to go on a new journey, please do so. Check your tires, make sure you don't have any holes or nails, or maybe rotate them so that way you can get the best out of your mileage. My husband works in auto care, so I don't know why I'm channeling some of the things that he talks about. But look to the people that have experience in the things that you are experimenting with, so that way you can see what kind of standard are you wanting to set for yourself before you actually take off. But I love that we have the Page of Wands coming through, and you may have even felt like going on a spiritual path. You felt something calling to you, since this is the Wands and we do have the High Priestess and the Star card. If you have been tapping into your intuition of any sorts, or trying to develop methods to have a stronger connection with the divine, or even bring a little piece of that heaven down to the ground like Virgo would, then now is a great time to do so, and look to those that might be able to mentor you. The High Priestess is a great card to help with this mentorship, so that way you can discover new levels of your consciousness. And the animal card that is helping you with the Page of Wands, we have the pronghorn. Action. Now is the time to act. Opportunities are here. Move forward with confidence. Your talents will always help you land on the pinnacle point here, guys. And your quick wit and keen senses will lead you to success. Being really quick the instant you notice that things are off or things are, they're clogging you, and knowing that you need to make some change here. And the moonology here is bring love into the situation. We have new moon in Aquarius, and I did not realize this. So the new moon for February that is coming up this month is new moon in Aquarius. So think about revolutionary sparks that are going on around you. Focus on what you want to innovate or create innovation in your life, where you have the light bulb and it's just creating something new that benefits and is in service to others. And really ask yourself if you're willing to be independent in your actions, or if you feel so quietly observant, introverted, plus this Aquarius energy and new moon. A lot of radical changes that are coming through in your personal life or your community, and you're finding the benefit of letting go of old structures, so that way you can embrace future-oriented, inventive, and unconventional paths. You may even hear that when you are walking the spiritual path, it can be unconventional. And let me tell you something. I have manifested a lot more in my life by having faith and trust into the things that I cannot physically see, by releasing what I need to release and then tapping into this energy right here. But let's go ahead and talk about the star, which is within your heart center space today, if I can pick her up. So the star is letting you know that, especially if you have come through a period of destruction or turmoil, you are starting to feel a reprieve here, where you have discovered the benefits of stripping yourself bare of any self-limiting beliefs. And Virgo, this is another confirmation here where she has been helping you do that as well. And I thought I had wrote that down. But yeah, shedding layers that are not in alignment with yourself. But so the stars here, we have Virgo energy here saying yes. Now is a great time to let go of those self-limiting beliefs, letting the inner critic leave. And I was listening to a career tarot reading for myself today from Kino Tarot. Have much love and appreciation for Kino. And she actually said this, so this is not something I am saying, but the inner critic, when you start to notice that your mind is quiet and you're like, what is going on? Normally I have someone in the back of my mind saying something or doubting me, but the inner critic will leave the more you start to live your life. So guys, if your mind is starting to quiet, take that as a positive sign here. And so you may have a new sense of self and appreciation for yourself. You actually have a standard now where you don't want anyone to come in and cause more destruction. You don't want anyone to take what it is that you are trying to create. And you're finding more meaning, more purpose behind your relationships. And these relationships that you have around you, those are a great source of inspiration that you can look at. Especially when you're trying to figure out, where is my calling taking me? Where do I want to lead into my purpose? And you're being given many blessings with the car star coming in. So think about any wishes that you may have, anything that you would like to release to the universe, so that way you can start working on it once you release it. And the other thing this card can talk about, I love talking about this, bringing heaven down to earth. People may look up to you as if you are their own star. You are their own. Whenever there is a need and they go to you, it's like you fulfill those wishes that they have in your relationships. They are more fulfilling as well. And you help them find ways to heal their own situations that they may be in. You bring people hope. And when you are around others, by staying positive and optimistic, you are going to be able to find really good love matches here. If you have not found a partner, staying positive here, even when things may have been really bad behind you, because look at the past and the rubble that may have occurred. But now she is submerging herself truly into her own essence and finding that she is the main thing that she truly needed after all, not something that is external around her. And this could be a period of, renewal for our established relationships where you're feeling really happy right now and you have a lot of hope and faith with the person that you are with. But this is a positive card to see when it concerns relationships. So think about those that really make you feel good, that make you feel inspired, that heal you when you are around them, and you can go to them with any kind of problem or situation. The animal spirit that's coming through is the humpback whale, singer. So sing healing songs for the world. Sing what it is that you want to sing. You may even enjoy music, and people just love listening to your voice. It's very healing. Your inner navigation is going to guide you here, and nothing can stop you or keep you from your own goal, especially when your goal is to, be in alignment with yourself and to service other people and just bring goodness to life and align yourself with your purpose and the power in your soul in this moment in your relationships. And then we have confidence is your key to success. Be confident in your actions. Be confident that you will be successful and that you do heal others and you are the wish maker and you can fulfill your own wishes as well. Now, the high priestess is in your subconscious. So this is a big, if I ever had to say, this is a big sign to start paying attention to your dreams, to start paying attention to your moon cycles, to start paying attention to anything that, unless you are thinking about it and actually tapping into it, then it would kind of like go under the radar. But with the high priestess and the star combination alone, you are making personal changes based on intuitive sense of what needs to be resolved. What needs to be resolved in your life? Is it actions? Is it, habits? Is it, damaging thought patterns? What do you need to resolve right now? And this intuition or this high priestess is wanting you to tap into sacred knowledge that you may have been ignoring, especially if you have a door in the back of your mind. You have the key too, and you have the instruction manual in order to figure out how to open this door. And if you do, then actually open the door if you want to tap into something that is very unique and personal to your own psyche. And there could be these hidden mysteries that you have not uncovered yet that are trying to get across to you. And this is even more clarification here for that spiritual enlightenment, where you are trying to give yourself inner illumination and discover useful information based off what you find. So look for areas that are needing balance. And if you are somebody that hasn't, ever thought that you had, psychic abilities or was able to really tap into a channel that you never thought you could tap into before, then let this be a clarification that this is something that you can tap into. Everyone can tap into this. But if you needed something to say, yes, please do so. If you don't even have your own tarot set, now's a great time to do so. Or even oracle set, because they go hand in hand with each other. But now is a great time. Scrying is really good for this as well. Now, the other thing that this high priestess is going to talk about, and I actually felt, because I've been getting the messages each and every day now about embracing your divine feminine. So I pulled a card from my divine feminine and masculine tarot, much so like my self-affirmation and my self-love and care oracle. And this is part of the divine feminine and masculine thing. So I feel like this is going to come out quite often, and I will actually get into that in just a second. But let's look at what this animal spirit that's going to come through and talk about. So we have giraffe, visionary, rise above earthly matters. So anything that may keep you feeling grounded, Now, we do have Virgo energy in here, and we did have the Page of Wands actually talking about grounding your ideas to reality, because right now they can't go anywhere. And then you have your subconscious over here saying, yes, do that and look for more answers. So that way you are not just stuck on the ground, not doing anything, you're not lifting anywhere, but glide through life with grace. You are able to see the right path, stand tall in your self-worth, and love with a big heart. Bring love into the situation here. And then we have, loving love with a big heart. Love yourself with a big heart. And then we have a new start is coming, guys. I really do feel like, oh, I didn't even notice. We have new moon in Aquarius, new moon in Leo, and then we have new moon. Guys, if you are ready to plant something, this new moon that is upcoming, please plant. Start your planting. And I don't mean, actually go outside and dig a ditch in your yard and start planting like pumpkin seeds or whatever the case may be. But like actually plant what it is that you want to sow by the 2 weeks time, if that makes sense. By the time the full moon comes in, it's a great time for a new start. But I'm excited for you guys. Now, your affirmation that we have today, I am mindful of this moment. So here we go, talking about our thoughts and needing to strain what we need to strain out. And when you do strain, and when you're writing and you're trying to see what is, being repeated day in and day out, you'll start to notice there is a cycle here, or there is a pattern that is, wanting to be recognized. And then you can practice more mindfulness. And, if you had someone saying you can't do this, you're never going to be able to accomplish this, or this is a stupid idea. Why are you on a swing? Why are you swinging? But ultimately, just allow yourself to be mindful of this moment, each moment from the time you get this reading on. Be mindful. Your self-care, self-love oracle is smile with your eyes. It softens your face. And all of these skeletons are smiling, and it does soften their face, and it doesn't make them look as frightening to approach. And if you are trying to have a relationship approach you, or an opportunity to approach you, when you're smiling with your eyes and you're excited for whatever it is that life is throwing at you, people actually, it softens them as well when they see you smile. And then for the divine feminine masculine, it's okay to validate yourself and not seek it from others. This is powerful, especially with Virgo. It is okay to validate yourself and not seek it from others. If you want to be validated for your efforts, validate your own efforts. Okay, guys? Well, this is your reading, guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more content like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know how it resonates. Share this if you know anybody that needs a little bit of, I almost said Pepto-Bismol. Oh, my Lord. Okay, going to the body. Pepto-Bismol, guys. Oh, my God. Anybody that needs a pep in their step. But let me know in the comments, what is a new start that you can feel is coming for you? Let me know. I want to know. Or what do you plan on planting during the new moon, or innovating? But I'm going to go ahead and end it here, guys. Bye.